Sutra on the Profound Kindness of Parents. Thus have I heard. Once the Buddha was in the city of Rajgir, on Mount Kridakuta, with a following of great bodhisattva mahasattvas and shravakas, along with bhikshus, bhikshunis, upasakas, upasikas, and all kinds of devas, humans, nagas, ghosts, and spirits, who came to assemble and meet. Wholeheartedly they listened to the Buddha speak the Dharma, and while gazing up at the honorable countenance of the Tathagata, their eyes did not leave him for a moment. The Buddha said, "People are born into the world with a father and mother as their parents. Without the father there is no birth, and without the mother there would be no rearing. Therefore one depends on the mother, whose womb carries a child for 10 lunar months. When the term is full, the child appears to the mother as he is delivered on top of the grass. The parents nurture and rear him, laying him in a crib or holding and embracing him. Gooing and garring, they make playful noises as the child smiles, unable to speak. When the child is hungry, he must eat, yet without the mother there is no feeding. When the child is thirsty, he must drink, yet without the mother there is no nursing. Even when the mother is hungry, she will swallow the bitter food and share the sweet, or place the child in the dry spots, while taking the wet ones herself. Without these responsibilities, she would not be acting as a parent. Without the mother, there would be no nurturing. Yet the compassionate mother nurtures the child. When taking him from the crib, she will get lodged in her 10 fingernails food particles and filth of the child when changing him. Each child must have 84 pecks of his mother's milk. This is what is discussed as the kindness of the mother, which is as vast as the expanses of heaven. Alas, how are we able to repay our compassionate mothers?" Ananda addressed the Buddha, saying, "World-honored one, how are we able to repay their kindness? I only hope you will explain it." The Buddha told Ananda, "Listen attentively and consider this well. I will explain it in detail for you. The kindness of parents is as vast as the expanses of heaven. Yet if there is a filial, obedient, and loving son who is able on behalf of his parents to make merit and reproduce sutras, or is able to perform the Buddhist offering of Yulan bowls on the 15th day of the 7th lunar month, donating to the Buddha and the Sangha, then the fruits he obtains will be immeasurable, and he will be able to repay the kindness of his parents. Furthermore, if there are people who write this sutra and circulate it among the people of the world, who receive, retain, read, and recite it, then you should know that these people have repaid the kindness of their parents. How is this able to repay your parents? Still, when parents go out to all parts of the village, including the well, stove, or mill, they always return to the house. When my child is at home, crying, thinking of his mother, the mother's heart will suddenly become agitated, and her 2 breasts will secrete milk, as she knows, my child is at home, thinking of me. She then will return to the house, and her child may see his mother coming from afar. If in the crib, he may shake his head and bounce around, or may even crawl on his belly to go where she is walking, crying out in the direction of his mother. The mother will bend over for her child, extending her 2 hands to wipe away the grime and dirt. Cooing with her mouth, she opens her blouse and takes out her breast to nurse him. When the mother sees the child, she is joyous, and when the child sees the mother, he is jubilant. The 2 feel kindness, compassion, intimacy, and love for each other. This love is so strong, it is like nothing else. At 2 or 3 years old, the child toys with ideas and begins to walk. Without the mother, the child would not know the appropriate time to eat. The parents may go out to a neighbor's house and sometimes have cakes and meat, but they will not eat or even taste them, and will carry them back to give to their child. 9 times out of 10, the child will be consistently pleased, yet the one time he does not get anything, he will plaintively whine and pretend to cry. Whining children are not filial. They possess the 5 disgraces. Filial children do not whine. They must be loving and obedient. As he grows older, the child will make friends with those around him. He will comb his head and fix his hair, and want to have nice clothing to cover his body. The parents will wear the worn-out and tattered clothing themselves, while the newest and nicest cottons and silks will first be given to their child. When he finally goes out for business or private affairs, his mind is everywhere. Thus his parents try to chase him all around, disheveling the hair on their heads. Once having found a wife, she will bear him children, while the parents will become neglected as the new family speaks happily with each other in their private rooms. As the years go by, the parents' vital strength weakens as they age, yet from morning to night their son does not come to inquire after them. Or furthermore, the father might be widowed, or the mother a widower, off alone staying in an empty house, as if only a traveller stopping by in someone else's home. Always without kind love and even without clothes to cover them from the cold, they encounter many hardships and difficulties. When they are really old, their complexion fades and they have many lice. From morning to night they cannot sleep, and with a prolonged exhale they sigh, saying, "What crimes or mistakes from a past life were committed to have given birth to such an unfilial son?" Sometimes when they call on their son, he glares in surprising anger, as the wife and son scold them, with their heads lowered, smirking. The wife is also an unfilial child. Furthermore, possessing the 5 disgraces, the husband and wife jointly practice the 5 heinous acts. Sometimes the son will call out, and his parents will immediately take notice. But 9 times out of 10, the son will refuse their calls. In the end, he is not obedient. He will scold them in a rage, saying, "Why will you not die soon instead of stubbornly remaining on this earth?" When the parents hear this, they cry in misery and are in agony. Tears pouring out from their eyes, they cry until their eyes are swollen and say, "When you were small, if it were not for us, you would not have grown. We gave birth to you, yet perhaps we should never have had you." The Buddha told Ananda, if virtuous men and women are able, on behalf of their parents, to receive, retain, read, recite, record, or write 1 line or verse from this Mahayana, Mahaprajnaparamita Sutra on the profound kindness of parents, with it passing only once through their ears or by their eyes, then all of the 5 heinous acts and grave offences will be fully eradicated, being completely exhausted without remainder. Consistently seeing Buddhas and hearing the Dharma, they will quickly be liberated. Ananda rose from his seat, bared his right shoulder, kneeled and joined his palms. In front of the Buddha he addressed him, saying, "World-honored one, what should this sutra be called? How should it be preserved?" The Buddha told Ananda, "This sutra is to be called the Sutra on the Profound Kindness of Parents. If all sentient beings are able, they should, on behalf of their parents, make merit, reproduce sutras, burn incense, petition the Buddha, pay reverential obeisance to him, and make offerings to the 3 jewels, or give drinks and food to the Sangha. You should know that these people are able to repay the kindness of their parents. When Shakra, the king of the Brahma heavens, and all of the devas, humans, and every sentient being heard this sutra, they rejoiced and developed the bodhisattva mind. Their cries shook the earth, and their tears fell like rain as they threw the 5 parts of their bodies to the ground in faithful acceptance. Fully prostrating at the feet of the Buddha, rejoicing, they honored and practiced this teaching.